So we're done with elements and structure, and next we're going to go to HTML tables. Introduction to tables. There are many websites on the internet that display information like stock prices, sports scores, invoice data, and more. This data is naturally tabular in nature, meaning that a table is often the best way of presenting this data. In this part of the course, we'll learn how to use the HTML table element to present information in a two-dimensional table to the users. Let's get started. In order to create a table, you're going to use the table tag, opening and closing tag. The first step in entering data into a table is to add rows using table row element tr. Rows aren't sufficient to add data to a table. Each cell element must also be defined. In HTML, you can add data using the table data element td. So table tag tr to add rows and td to add data. Table headings, you're going to use th. The table heading element is used just like a table data element except with the relevant title. Just like table data, a table heading must be placed within a table row. So in this code, first a new row was added to hold 3 headings, a blank heading, a Saturday heading, and a Sunday heading. The blank heading creates the extra table cell necessary to align the table heading correctly over the data they correspond to. In the second row, one table heading was added as a row title, temperature. When rendered, this code will appear similar to the image below. Saturday and Sunday heading for the columns, and the row would be temperature. Table borders. So far the tables created have been a little difficult to read because they have no borders. In older version of HTML, a border could be added to the table using the border attribute and setting it equal to an integer. The integer would represent the thickness of the border. This is not how it's done anymore, so this is the new way. We use CSS to add style to HTML documents because it helps us to separate the structure of a page from how it looks. You can learn more about CSS in the CSS courses. You can achieve the same table border effect as the one above using CSS. Table, TD, border, one pick solid black. Spanning columns. What if the table contains data that spans multiple columns? A personal calendar could have events that spans across multiple hours or even multiple days. Data can span columns using the CodeSpan attribute. The attribute accepts the integer greater than or equal to 1 to denote the number of columns it spans across. So you can add column span 2. In the example above, the data out of town spans the Monday and Tuesday table heading using the value 2. Spanning rows would be the same idea, but you can use row span 2 or 3. Table body. Over the time, a table can grow to contain a lot of data and become very long. With this happening, the table can be sectioned off so that it is easier to manage. Long tables can be sectioned off using the table body element. The body element should contain all the table's data, including the table's heading. In the example above, all the table data is contained within the table body element. Note, however, that the headings were also kept in the table's body. We'll change this in the next exercise. So here you're going to use t-head to create the table head, and then you're going to use t-body to create the body. Table footer is going to be t-foot. There it is. Styling with CSS. The code in the example above demonstrates just some of the various table aspects you can style using CSS properties. So here they're using the border, one pick solid, the font, and this table is going to be in the center. Review. The table element creates a table. TR element adds a row to the table. To add data to a row, you can use TD element. Table heading, clarify the meaning of data. Headings are added with the TH element. Table data can span columns using the colspan attribute. Table data can span rows using the rowspan attribute. Tables can be split into three main sections: head, body, and footer. Table's head is created using thead element, table's body using tbody, table's footer tfoot. All the CSS properties you learn about in this course can be applied to tables and their data.